then I had made this commitment to these fucking church people, and I had to go do the church thing. You know what I mean? And I was not like sad to do it for the church folk, because in the end you want to go someplace good, and you don't want to get to the gate and they be like, oh yeah, remember that day?
One of them just heard you say fuck the church people. One of them just heard you. You ain't getting away with that shit.
It's the Roxanne. Got Mike Epps in here with me. Of course, I got Cool V, and that's the way it is, and that's the way it'll be. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Roxanne? What's up, Cool V?
What's happening?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're good. First things first. How's the baby?
She is doing good. She is growing up right now. Today is my wife's birthday, so happy birthday to my wife, Kyra.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Kyra.
Being such a great mother, but my daughter's growing up and shitting all over the place, so.
Yeah, that's that good shit though. That's the shit that you can tolerate. They get a certain age, they start shitting all over the place. It's time to go put them somewhere. Yeah, can't be having that. Okay, so now I'm gonna dive right in it. One of the things that I am so admiring about you, and I'm also impressed with the things that you're doing off stage and behind the Zooms, like buying the block. Like that really touched my heart to see you go back to your old neighborhood and purchase your old house, redo it. Like that just touched me, because I love that. I love that.
Oh yeah, it's and you know how you growing up and not owning anything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And not really. Not even being conscious of it. We were all growing up and walking around talking about all of this other stuff and trying to do these other things and not even conscious of the fact that we didn't own anything that we were living in or standing around or.
Absolutely. And I tell people all the time, the reason why that came about is because growing up in the projects, you don't own the projects. So all you really want to have is a nicer apartment. You want to have a bigger apartment. You want to have more bedrooms. So that's really where it came from. A lot of hip hoppers or a lot of rappers from the New York City area, not necessarily wanting to own homes until later on. But to see you go back and make that accomplishment, that was very impressive. And I commend you on that, because a lot of us need to do that, These developers are coming in these neighborhoods and they buying these neighborhoods up. I said, well, if I could keep at least 10 or 12 of us in this neighborhood and keep our houses, I'm going to try to do that, Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That's something for the children to look back on and say, okay, you know what? This is something else that we have left. Because now we're at that part of where we're leaving legacies. When I was young, I really didn't care about what I left. You know what I'm saying? As long as I left enough to be buried. Just don't leave me outside the ground.
Right. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, the goal level got to rise up and get a little bit better in the community and amongst the kids.
Well, we're definitely changing that. We are definitely changing that. Hip hop party. Now, what made you do this? What made you come up with the concept to do this?
You know what, Roxanne? I think, I'm a comedian, and I started doing comedy on Def Comedy Jam. I consider myself a hip hop comedian. I felt like it was a good bridge, with comedy and music. Comedy and music
Absolutely.
has always been a great bridge. Yeah. I wanted to bridge it with something that I really respected and knew about, and that was the legends of hip hop. That was my way of paying homage to you greats. All you guys who laid the pavement and the foundation. It's so many times that you get to turn on the TV or see different platforms and you don't really get to see some of your favorites. So I said, man, if I put together something where I'm doing a hip hop party and call out some of the greatest that ever did it to come and perform, that would be something cool virtual for people to sit in the house and watch. So I made the calls, man, and was blessed to get these guys,
Yes, I know. And let me tell you, when everybody was getting the calls and I was like, okay, and I got my call and I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do it. But then I had made this commitment to these fucking church people and I had to go do the church thing. You know what I mean? And I was not like sad to do it for the church folk, because in the end you want to go someplace good, and you don't want to get to the gate and they be like, oh yeah, remember that day?
One of them just heard you say fuck the church people. One of them just heard you. You ain't getting away with that shit. You know one of them is listening to this shit right now. Like, call Sister Jones and tell her she just said some shit about us over there.
And for everybody that can't see, they hear a lot of jingling. That's because Mike got on his real dookie ropes right now. He got on the Gucci. He got on everything. He got on his Cazals. So you don't see it, but he got it on right now. He representing fully to the fullest. Rock the bells, baby.
Absolutely. He's looking classic hip hop for real. Okay, so now back to the party. Yeah. When you were there and you were hosting a party, what moment did it take you to? Like, what year did it really take you to? What was your favorite hip hop year?
Man, I think my favorite, I was born in 1970. My favorite hip hop year was, Sugar Hill Gang. That was, I remember just keep saying, I said that rap so many times that my mother she told me, don't say that shit no more. If I hear you say some shit, if I hear you say, I'm telling you, me and my brother, we kept saying that shit. And my mother told us stop, but I think the beginning of that, of the Sugar Hill Gang was, man, I couldn't stop listening to hip hop and stop loving it ever since then, man. I done been to every wave of hip hop. The generation before that, I don't know about it. They said it was a generation before that. Is that true, Roxanne?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, listen, cause shit, I was born the same year you was born, so we gonna ask V, cause that motherfucker older than both of us. So V, what about that motherfucker years before that shit?
Yes, it was an era before that, and it was eras before that. We just didn't call it hip hop. It was graduating into what it became, you know what I'm saying? So we got rapping all the way back in the 30s and 40s before any of us was ever thought about. But the bridge of what we do is Hollywood. Hollywood was the first DJ and MC that did it both at the same time. And you don't have
a dude named Hollywood?
Yeah, DJ Hollywood. DJ Hollywood. Wow. He's still around. That's great history right there, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you want to know the story, you can always go to www.rockthebells.com, and Hollywood tells the story of how hip hop started on that site. And he lets you know, because like when we was little, he started the shit off with like, tang, I won't go sleep all night with my honey bun. Yeah, that was the shit. Go ahead, Hollywood.
Yeah. Damn, sleep all night with my honey bun, huh? He was talking that shit back then, boy.
Yeah, think he wasn't.
Man, but that's cool, man. You know, you know what? And by you guys being from New York, man, it's just an honor, man, like when you came out, Roxanne, man, it was crazy, man, to hear a girl with a voice like that, man, rapping a little young. It was a treat to go tell somebody, like, listen to this girl, you know what I mean? Like, damn. Because I'm from the Midwest, so, you know, we got everything late, and by the time we got it, man, it was explosive to us, man.
Absolutely. One thing hip hop does do, and the same thing you said, especially with the hip hop party, is that it brings everyone together. And in order for you to just take that time out and to think about everyone else that's at home, and you're saying like, listen, this is the hip hop that I enjoy. These are the people that I love to see. So why not make that available for people who are still at home trying to find something to watch, something that they can sit and reminisce and bring the family in on. Like this hip hop party is something that I'm telling parents, bring the kids in on it. Get ready, get some motherfucking Bengay, rub your knees, rub your elbows, show these motherfuckers how it's done. You know?
For real, man. And them and when I tell you, them dudes got energy, they healthy. They man, you really want to see a show, man? These dudes putting on a show, man. You think these young guys, these dudes is putting on a show, and they are a living testament. If you do the right thing, man, you can look and be and perform and get that money at that age, man. I'm talking about they killing the KRS-One, got so much energy. Rakim, so much swag. Big Daddy Kane, fly. I mean, Big Daddy Kane did the splits, man, in front of everybody and came up smooth. I said, what the hell, man? I can't even bend my leg halfway. And then Dougie Fresh, man, you know what Dougie Fresh do. He's an all-around entertainer. So, man, it was like a dream come true, man. I couldn't believe I was standing there with all them artists, you know, that I grew up listening to. And, man, they used to come to the city for the Fresh Fest. I used to, man, put the gazelles on and be yelling, man. Hollering they now. I know they didn't hear me, but boy, I was hollering them, man. I was hollering their name, man.
I know that's right. And yeah, you picked the perfect lineup. Like when you look at that lineup, you truly have all of the energy guys, like the ones that are truly going to give you a great performance. Everybody does a great performance, but you pick like the top of the line hip hop fucking vegans. Like those is the healthiest motherfuckers. Those is the ones who can still breathe good.
Yes,
yeah,
them dudes. I mean, them dudes is up in there. And they and you know what, had the greatest attitudes, professional, in and out. You know what I mean? No problem, smooth, educational. Just, I mean, if you talk to one of them, you're gonna be educated. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're gonna walk away learning something. So
absolutely, even if it's watching Kane and learning the split, he gonna have motherfuckers in there busting sacks trying to motherfucking do the split. Motherfuckers gonna come up with scrotum injuries. I mean, I don't have one. Is that what it's called? If you split your thing, like you split it, it's like scrotum injury. Like, wouldn't that's what it would be like?
Yeah,
you know how parents say, stop doing that shit before you don't have no kids. Yeah, you'd be like, yo, stop doing that. Like boys that used to do the split, they'd be like, stop doing that, you won't have no kids.
hey, there's a whole bunch of dudes walking around here that did the split. Go ahead.
See?
Would you say
how has quarantine life been treating you? Mm-hmm.
You know
how has
what,
quarantine
Roxanne?
life been treating you?
You know what, Roxanne? Mm-hmm. It's all good to me. Like I said, the era that we grew up in, man, we so used to hanging out at the house and just going back and forth to the grocery store, to the house, and not having cell phones. And we grew up in a quarantine, if you think about it, really. You know what I mean? It was always a treat every now and then when you can go to a city or something, you know. It's really like these new people don't understand what this is, but this is really, really normal for somebody who grew up in the 70s and the 80s, man. People using the neighborhood now, riding bikes, people doing stuff that they thought they never do. I mean, neighborhoods look like back in the 70s and 80s. People hanging out.
That's right.
Walking dogs, riding
that's
bikes.
Right. That's motherfuckers in the house cooking food, being in the house by a certain time, you know, not bringing everybody over. You know, this right here was just like the transition of having a mom who had a job. You know how your mom had a job, you couldn't have everybody over your house, you couldn't have everybody in there, and you kept everybody at a distance and stuff. So yeah, I think this has been great. And not only has it brought us back with memories, but it's created some great ones because you spend a lot more time.
It did. It was some sadness about it, but I've been getting more rest. I've been on the road for 20 years cracking jokes. I don't want to crack another joke. I'm so tired of cracking jokes. I just been relaxing. I don't even want to be funny, man. Shit. I'm telling you.
But you
natural though. You natural. Yeah. You natural funny. You know.
Hey boy, I hope so, because that's the only way I'm gonna get it.
The way you just said that, how is everyone able to see the hip hop party? Give us the information on that.
Log on to Hip Hop Legends on October the 9th, and you can log on to the hip hop party. And I think you can go on hiphoplegends.com also and pre-order the views. I don't know how they have it, but if you go on hiphoplegends.com, it'll give you all information of what you need to log in and check the party out. But put on some fly shit while you watching
absolutely.
it. Yeah. Put on something while you watching it. Don't come to the virtual party with no pajamas on, nigga.
Yeah,
Not
Mike
at all.
already dressed. He dressed right now. This ain't even his Showtime outfit. This is his get ready for the show outfit. And now when the show come, I want to see what he have on that day because he got the Gucci on right now, the Dookie robes. He got he got the captain hat on. Kazal.
Hey man,
he posing right now, y'all. He posing.
They told me how y'all used to go down on Delancey Street and just window shop when y'all was kids. I used to do the same thing in my town.
Absolutely.
Used to go down there and window shop.
You can't. Listen,
put
I used
something
to
on layaway.
Yep, I used to go there and window shop. Then I go in there boosting and bag drop. That's all. I look at it, I see it. Yeah, okay.
You went from window shopping to bag dropping, huh?
Hell yeah, I see it. Be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come back and get that in about an hour. That was my goal right there.
I got that same rope on you had on that boat that time, man. You don't think I seen that when you had the braids on the boat. Come on, man.
Hey, man, the great old days. The great old days, man.
Where was that boat at, man? Where was y'all at on that boat?
We was riding around New York City, right, like all the way around. We rode around the whole island of Manhattan. We rode around on the boat, had people on there, just did that video, man. It was a great experience.
Yeah, that shit was cold, man. Y'all was some youngsters then, man.
Yeah.
Had the whole world catching the vapors.
Straight up. Hey, man, when I turn on Sirius Radio, I go straight to Rock the Bells.
I know that's right.
Yep, I go straight to Rock the Bells, and then I go from Rock the Bells, I go down to the Groove. I skip all them other ones. I listen to the other ones sometime, but yeah, man, shit. My kids
ain't
be
nothing
like,
about it with a little groove.
Yeah, my kids, look, man, my kids, I'm not lying. For some reason, all of y'all's music, my kids are 13, 14, they like all of y'all's music now. They so interested in the music. I'm like, damn, how did the wave flipped on them or something? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
What it did was it made them want to know. They wanted to know more, and it allowed us to be able to teach them more, especially on Rock the Bells, because Rock the Bells bridged that gap. And that's what was needed. We needed to be able to bridge that gap so that this way a younger audience can be riding in the car with their parents and they can have something that they both would be able to enjoy. So we definitely understand that.
It worked, boy. It worked, man. You know what I mean? And LL Cool J, all time great, all time famous, got his own radio station and got you guys on there, man. It's just fly to me. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we love doing it. And we love doing it.
Shout out to Rakim, the God. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane. Shout out to KRS-One. Shout out to Dougie Fresh and Greg Nice. I just want to thank the OGs for coming and getting down with me, or as y'all would say, rocking with me on this hip hop party, man. And I hope to get you, Shante, you know, and V on the show, man. I want to bring all the great legends on, man. You know,
we
absolutely. I won't schedule no church folk that time. I won't,
Yeah, man. I know you love the Lord, but the Lord know what it is, man.
Please believe it. That's right, y'all. So, of course, as you know, this is the Have a Nice Day show. Don't forget to make sure that you tune into www.hiphoplegends.com in order to now go ahead and secure your spot at the Mike Epps Hip Hop Party. That's right. It will be airing October 9th to October 25th. Please believe it, baby.
Yeah.